And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. 319. 319.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On 3rd and 2, Wells. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On first down, Wells dumps it off for Geis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskins. Football to begin quarter number 2. Play action. Wells. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
3-19. Leopard.
On first down, this is Geis. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They run it here with Thompson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on third down. Wells. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield. He replay for him. I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the really nice game.
Stafford on third down. Caught out left by Perriman. Yards is all they'll get on the completion.
The first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run.
Offensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. As they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Watch him now, Barney.
Geis with a carry on second down. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 3rd and 2, Wells. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. New York set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Gun! 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 Gun!
first and 10. Wells. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. To throw on second down is Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He dumps it off to Barkley. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. A final shot before break. Wells going up top. And this one is incomplete. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Saquon Barkley. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. On first down, Stafford here. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Single. I got a single in the slot. 21.
On first down, it's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Stafford to Barkley on the check down. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. On 1st down, Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Ingram. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Wells looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And this is caught at the end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
first and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Stafford, and he's got his man. Beckham, touchdown Giants. Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They start on the ground with Geis. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit!
To throw on second down. Wells flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Detroit!
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Gets past one man. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Detroit! Gone!
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Here we go. 3-19!
Now Thompson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Wells. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Damon Harrison. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Taken down near the 20 at the 21. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now Stafford. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Redskins, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.